For years, I wanted so bad to write a gospel song, and I tried it and tried it and tried it. But it took me probably 10 years to realize that that was where I was going wrong. Okay, you know, if you're spiritual in any kind of way, I'm not saying you have to be in the same way I do, but what I came to learn is you don't write a gospel song. Okay, the gospel song is given to you. Now you have to take your talents and you have to make what you hear and what's being given to you into a song. That's where you come into it. But I think for myself, where I was going wrong in that was thinking, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to tell people about God or Jesus or my love of the Spirit, you know, and all that. I'm going to do that today. And that's exactly what would stop me in my tracks. Now maybe with other things you can say, I'm going to write a love song today. Or I'm going to write an anger song today. Or I'm going to write an I hate the government song today. Maybe you can do that. But I think you're going to write about something, you know, in this other realm. It's a little bit different thing. You know, I put in here, you know, that love, lost and found, God, and Mama are probably all that you ever need to write about because they're all universal themes. But I would have to put, at least for myself, God into a little bit different category than that. I know in a sense you write a song, a gospel song, but in another sense you don't. Okay? Anybody who's ever written one will tell you that. They'll probably tell you that you feel a little bit of a sense of guilt maybe for saying that you wrote this song. Now I'm going to play a gospel song for you because this is one, I don't know that it's probably a misnomer to say that I wrote it, but I was given the song and I did the best that I could to make something out of it. It took me about 10 years of wanting to do this really bad, or badly to the point that I could do it. And I'm not even saying that I did it, but this was my first one, and this was given to me. And you know, like it or not, this is a song called "When I See Jesus." And you know, my biggest influence musically, even though I grew up listening to Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, and Led Zeppelin, when I started making music, what it seemed to sound like when it came out was country preachers on the radio. And I realized very quickly that, you know, even though I wanted to write Led Zeppelin, the music in my head came from a much, much smaller, younger child. When I was growing up, there was only one kind of music in our house. And like it or not, that's the sound that's in my head. It's a sound that comes out of me. For a while, I struggled with that, but at a point, I thought, you know, well, it's what you're doing. You know, it must be coming from someplace deep. So anyway, it's much more akin to you know, Ralph Stanley and country preachers on the radio than it is to Robert Plant or Paul McCartney. But here it is. When I see Jesus, I'll say, Lord, I've come to the end of my way. What a price for my soul, my dear Lord had to pay. Hallelujah, praise Him, I'll say. When I see Jesus, I'll know that a mansion awaits me of gold, the most beautiful vision I'll ever behold. When I see Jesus, I'll know. When I see Jesus, I'll know. When I see Jesus, I'll smile, and I'll gladly walk that last mile. For I'll know He's been waiting for me all the while. When I see Jesus, I'll smile. When I see Jesus, I'll sing, make the hills of the glory land green. For no more will I struggle for anything when I crying out, see Jesus, I'll stand. I'll be washed in the blood of the Lamb. I'll proclaim